Hello there. I am jumping on here today as we get into November of 2020, and the United States election is tomorrow. I know there's a lot of anxiety and tension, sometimes fear coming through energetically for many out there. And I wanted to give a little bit of support for those of you who may be feeling suffocated or overwhelmed by the energies that are presenting. So this is going to be a lot different than the last couple videos I did. I do like to play in the realm of duality and narratives and things like that, but this is going to touch on the other realms where you can move out of the duality and challenging emotions that like to sink in and take hold of our being, especially watching these narratives play out in front of us. So as more surprising, upsetting, challenging, fear and anxiety driven topics are brought out of the collective, these are all opportunities for clearing. And things may look as though they're getting worse, sort of at some point maybe seem like it's too much to take, too much to absorb. But this is the way that energetics shift and clear to bring in new, different ways of processing and being in life. So, a couple ways that you as an individual can help to shift your energy and sort of maybe even enjoy some of these seemingly impossible, scary, tragic events that are happening around you. I like to do a little exercise, and I practice this pretty regularly now. In the beginning, when I started doing it, it seemed very forced, silly, weird. It didn't feel authentic, and it felt like I was faking it or something like that. But then as you continue to practice it and work on it, just like any other muscle you're conditioning, it gets easier and it starts to become more a part of the way you experience reality in general in a really fun and exciting way. So I pretend that I am an alien from another planet that has just landed on Earth 20 minutes ago. I just got here. Everyone's been talking about Earth and you got to go check out that planet. And I walked in and here I am. So anything I'm seeing is super exciting and fascinating because it's not really mine at that moment. I'm not a human on Earth. I'm just a visitor here, experiencing what it's all about. Seeing people triggered and emotional, seeing sadness, seeing anger, seeing tragedy, seeing excitement, seeing joy, seeing the magic in the children's eyes and their perspective. Anything within your field can be applied in this technique. Anything. So things that seriously irritate you, triggers for you, are often the best ones to use because they're the most powerful in experiencing that shift. Silly things like number patterns is something I really enjoy. Getting, what we call junk mail or harassment from those crazy telemarketers or robot callers that call all day long. I like to also tap into the insect kingdom. I had the other day this very, very, very tiny little, I think it was a bee. It was like a baby that happened into my kitchen. And I pretend that it's also an alien traveler that has come to Earth in that form, and I'm in this form, and we're kind of studying each other and looking at each other and experiencing the vibrational frequencies of Earth in different ways, and how interesting that is. What a treat and a miracle in that moment it is. So remember that your thoughts and feelings are not who you actually are. The experiences you're having are not who you are. What you do every moment is not who you are. And the stories that you're seeing in front of you from the collective experience or from your own personal life and family life are not truly who you are. Because who we are is simply a moment in time, an experience here, and it's gone in an instant. It can shift just like that. So continue with any practice you have that may help grounding you. If that's, for me, it's cooking. I enjoy yoga, breath work, dance, uplifting musical frequencies. The insect kingdom, as I mentioned, sitting in the crickets, sitting next to a bush covered in bees. Those vibrations really affect your entire field energetically and can actively rebalance what's happening in your field when you choose to tap into it. If you're completely oblivious to it or you don't believe what I'm saying, there's a blockage and it's not really going to work most likely. So see what you can do to work with your imagination. And these next few months that are promising to be quite challenging based on what we're seeing play out can be some of the most transforming of all when you start to really work in the energies. I love you. Have a beautiful day.